For update 6.6, we have Ephemera 6 divine codes to earn. Today we'll be briefly going over the common manuals you can buy to see what's worth grabbing. This month has some noteworthy 4-star manuals, so you may want to try and get as much Ephemera you can for this update. Starting us off are the 5-star manuals worth 300 Ephemera 6 each. First is Summer Loot, whose main draw is her blue Flora guide plus tome. It's an extremely basic weapon, inflicting speed and res -5 on foes within 2 spaces during combat. This batch of summer weapons are basically what is turned into the rain inheritable weapons. This one is speed and res rain, and yes, you can stack it with the C skill if you're a flying mage like Loot here. While the effect is really simple, like rain C skills, the debuffs are always active, meaning the user can support other allies in their own fights. It's not a guaranteed way to support the team, but it's an option if you can position well. Now, technically, Flora Guide is one of the stronger inheritable offensive blue tomes. It technically has more speed and damage than the Fox tome, Groom's Pence Vessel of Cheer from last month, and the Fury 3 Spooky Sensor. It also works on both phases. The other speed-based blue tome is Crusader Lewin's Drifting Grace, but that one actually heals you, so it may not be the best for desperation builds. I would recommend grabbing Loot for her tome mostly. Now you can also grab Swap, Seal Speed and Res 2, and Speed Tactic. Summer Loot is the only one with Seal Speed and Res 2 because it's not great. If anything, you can get Flora Guide, Swap, and Speed Tactic 3. Speed Tactic is the rarest tactic, but you can save 20,000 feathers by using Near Airs to get the tier 2 at 4 stars. Our other 5-star manual is Summer Gunther, and just a reminder, the double summer banners are on the way next for this year. Sadly, Gunther's Tropical Treats Plus is not a crazy must-have dagger. It grants +4 attack and res if a rally or hone is active on the user. To be honest, I'm not actually sure a status effect counts for this weapon because back then we didn't consolidate the bonus keyword, which includes field buffs and status effects. I actually don't think it works with this weapon, but regardless, I don't feel there are many dagger units who really want this weapon anyway. If you do give it to someone, grab Rally Defense and Res and the Plus version. You just need the basic Rally Defense or Rally Res to get it. If you prefer a passive skill, you can get Rally Defense and Res Plus with Disarm Trap 3 or 8 the Rate's Offense Speed and Res 2. 8 the Rate offense skills are not great because you cannot control where the enemy structures are. They could all be in bad spots for you. I would definitely recommend Disarm Trap for a fellow dagger user, although the somewhat recent new trap tile completely counters the skill that is literally made to counter traps. It's dumb, so your mileage may vary. As for Rally Defense Res Plus, if you love dual rallies for arena scoring or whatever, it's an easy pickup because your boy Roderick has the base version. If you don't need the dagger skills, the dual rally can go on anyone. All in all, the 5-star manuals are okay, but you could pass on them if you don't care about Flora Guide or the dagger skills. There are still uses for them, of course, though. Moving on to the 4-star manuals, we have some recent units you may want copies of. First up is Winter Ignatz, one of our Tempest Trials units. Pick him up for a free merge or grab his very nice Tannin Bow Plus, which is an attack and defense Unity bow. You could stack it with a Unity A skill or Mr. Duochrom's dual skill. Another solid skill Ignatz has is Rally Attack and Speed. He is the sole non-5-star summonable method to get the base version of this rally, which is really important for inheriting because a lot of units have the plus version with other valuable skills. It's a popular rally, so Ignatz is quite valuable. His other 4-star skill is Defense Tactic, which is also decent, and then at 5 stars you can get Speed and Defense Form 3. Rashea has this at 4 stars, but if you want to save 2,000 feathers, then you could use a 3-star copy. Next up is Near's Kiza. So we have some double Tempest units thanks to the holidays. They are a beast unit, being able to stack a ton of defense, and they can get some special cooldown. Kiza is also recent enough to have the Infantry Beast Tempo abilities, so you don't have to wait for a refine. Now for skills, you got 2 choices, Moonbow with Close Defense 3 or Moonbow with Attack and Defense 03. Kiza is the only one to get Close Defense at 4 stars, while he's the only other holder of Attack and Defense Oath besides Altina. Ults are nice and simple to activate for infantry and flyers, so I think it's worth the feathers if you want some field buffs in that C slot. Third up is one of our most recent demotes, Balthas. If you're merging him up, here's a free copy. Otherwise, you may want Balthas for the Instant X Plus. When initiating combat, +4 attack and defense and fall prevention. Not the craziest weapon, but it gives player face survivability if that's what you want. At 4 stars, Balthas has Ignis and Brazen Attack and Defense 3. Ares already had this at 4 stars. At 5 stars, you can get Close Guard 3. Close Guard is on a couple free-to-play friendly options, so it's not super rare. Balthas may not have gotten his gauntlets in FEH, but at least he made it into 3 hopes, so you can go play that if you want to punch a lot of people. Next up are some older units. Starting with FEH, she has the Light Breath plus Dragonstone, which is not very good. You need to fight, and then after combat the user buffs themselves and nearby allies with +5 tall stats. Well, FEH's unique Dragonstone does this at start of turn, so yeah. In terms of skills, Drawback is fine, and you can get it with Renewal 3 at 4 stars, nothing wrong with that. At 5 stars you can get Threat Attack 3, and I would not spend 20,000 feathers for that. Last up is Klee, who is kind of just nice to get, especially for newer players. He has the Brave Bow Plus for those 2 hits in a row. You can technically get all of Klein's final skills in one go. You can get the prereqs for Glacies, Death Blow 3, Quick Repose 3, and the Brave Bow Plus from common 4-star units. These skills don't exactly work together though, but you can do it if you want. Besides that, Death Blow 3 at 4 stars is really nice for budget builds. You can also just grab Quick Repose 2 if you don't need a serious setup. One-time use is definitely alright with that skill. That's all I got for this video, and it's a pretty tough month to decide on what to get. I always like grabbing the Tempest Trials units because that saves heroic grails if you use them, but we have 2 this time. You almost for sure cannot get both the 2 5-star manuals with the 2 Tempest units. Besides the 5 stars, Gunther is probably better due to Rally Defense Plus going on anyone. However, Loot's Tome is a nice offensive option if you ever need an inheritable blue tome. You then got Balthas for those looking for a recent merge project. Definitely try to get as much Ephemera as possible this month, and hopefully you get what you want. That'll wrap up update 6.6 for FEH from me, and I'll be trying to finish the 3 Hopes demo hopefully soon. I'll definitely talk about the game at some point. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.